Hey guys, this video is going to be a protein review. I drink a lot of protein as a Paralympic track and field athlete, so I thought I would start making videos to share my thoughts on different proteins that I've tried. I did write a bunch of notes down because I don't have like the best memory, and when I get in front of a camera, for some reason I just get all like, I forget everything. So I did write notes down that I'm going to refer to throughout this video. I try to stick with proteins that are certified for sport. There's a whole rabbit hole and I have a whole opinion on that, and I'll do another video on that, but for these videos I'll try to keep it mostly to those. There's a couple that I do use that aren't certified for sport, or at least yet, that I'm going to talk about, but for the most part I'm going to do that. So what I want to talk about today is Thorne Whey Protein Isolate. This is the chocolate version. I have drank probably, I don't know, over the last 10 or 15 years, probably, 20 or 30 tubs of these, the Thorne chocolate protein. The flavor has changed a little bit over time, and I'll talk about a little bit of that. And I don't know any of the history behind that. I just know they used to use sucralose and artificial sweeteners, and now they moved over to natural sweeteners, and so it's changed the flavor, and then it was really bad when they first switched over, and then it's gotten better. And for the last year or two, the flavor of this has been fairly similar, so I'll talk about that here in a second. Thorne is tested by NSF. That's the sports certification that they choose to go with, and it's right here on there, NSF Certified for Sport. It's cool that you can look up the lot number, which I think was on the bottom. Yeah, so I found it on the bottom, and just for the review purpose, because I've never done it before, I thought it'd be cool to try. So I went and typed that in, and I'll show a little video of that. And it pops up and shows that they tested this product, and it's free of banned some substances. Can't speak today. They test for that, and you can see the label. Oh yeah, so you can see the label on this. Just checking my notes on what order I wanted to go in. Okay, yeah. So NSF, before I go on, the one thing about the certification from NSF, just teach you a little more, they do test for banned substances for sport athletes, like Olympic athletes and Paralympic athletes like myself, NFL, NBA, like all the major sports organizations, NCAA trusts them, all of that. They also not only test for banned substances, but they also test for label claims. So all this stuff on the back, what that means is when they say there's 21 grams of protein, NSF checks to make sure that is in case the fact, or yeah, in fact the case for this. See, I tell you, I get nervous and I forget what I'm talking about when I'm doing this stuff on here. I'm not going to go through all of this stuff because honestly, every protein review I see does like every detail of this thing. Like, you can look it up. So just look it up, right? I don't have any issues with that, and I'm not as picky as some people are about all the finer details, but you can look it up. A couple highlights are 21 grams of protein per scoop. It does have digestive enzymes, which does help, and break down that protein a little bit better. Whey protein is pretty easily broken down anyway, but I think adding those digestive enzymes isn't a bad thing. Let's see, what are the highlights I wanted to talk about? It is all natural, like I mentioned. Everything's derived from a natural source, which they don't say all natural, they say derived from a natural source, so I don't really know, what the difference is. It's probably some marketing term that I don't know. But anyway, so that's what it says, derived from all natural stuff. So let's get into some of the flavor, right? So in the flavor of this, I like it because it is a dark chocolate, because it is natural. They use cocoa, so it's more of a dark chocolate, and it's like a medium. It's not super strong dark chocolate, medium flavor. I really like that. The stevia, obviously, if you've had any stevia, it has a bit of an aftertaste, and I kind of think of it as a mint. When you brush your teeth with mint or chew mint something, like after there's that lingering like freshness in your mouth. It's not a freshness that's in your mouth, but stevia does have like a lingering taste, or like something similar to mint, but it's not the mint freshness. And if you don't know, then try something with stevia in it. If you know, you know, if you've had stevia on there. I do like that it's not super sweet. It's more of a, so a dark chocolate's like a medium, not super strong there. The sweetness is more of a like light to medium. Probably more on the lighter than the medium side. It kind of just depends on your sweetness tolerance, but I like that for long-term drinkability, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but I think it's important. Everybody has these protein reviews, or you go to a place and they give you a protein sample and it's a little cup and you drink and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so good. And then after about 4 days of drinking it, you're like tired of it because it's just something's bugging you. So I think the less sweet is better for long-term drinkability, in my opinion. Mix is good. One thing that I don't love about it is it's really thick. Like they add some gums in there. Like on the label, you see like xanthan gum and some other random gums. On the other ingredients, right down here, other ingredients, they put gums, and that's to thicken it up. And I think there's some other reasons too, like it helps keep this powder together in the bottle or whatever, like the flavoring mixed with protein in the bottle or something like that. I don't know, but it is thicker than I would like, especially after workouts, right? I kind of want my protein to be more of a thinner consistency personally. Some people like it. It is nice when you drink it and it fills you up more almost because it's thicker, I think. Sedentary, I don't know the word. Satiation maybe is the right word. I don't know. You guys, all the health nuts can figure that out. I'm not doing this for health. I mean, I'm doing it for health because I think it is healthy, but I'm also doing it to make sure I perform better and get enough protein to build my muscle, recover well. So that's what we have there. Oh yeah, so let's get in long-term drinkability, right? Well, before, I just want to say it does mix well. It mixes really well. You throw it in a shaker with water. It's really good with milk. Really, really good with milk. It's almost like a dark chocolate milk. Pretty awesome. And the milk, I think the carbs and the sugars in the milk kind of help knock down a little bit of that after stevia taste. It's still there a little bit, but anyway, try it with milk if you can. It's awesome. I give it a 7 or 8 out of 10 for long-term drinkability, and that means like if you're gonna buy one of these and you're gonna drink 1 or 2 scoops a day, by the end of the tub, you're still like, oh yeah, it's not that bad. Some proteins are like by the end, or you can't even get to the end and you're just like, oh, it's too sweet, it's too strong, there's something in there that's too crazy. The reason I gave it a 7 is because of the thickness. I personally don't love the thickness of it. But that's really the only thing I don't like about it. I don't mind the stevia taste after, because I think it's better than like the super sweet taste of some of the like sucralose flavored stuff. And then finishing this off, what I want to finish with is the cost. And I do my cost based on, like personally, based on 25 grams of protein. I don't know, it just makes sense for me to do that. And there's only 21 in here, so I had to do a little calculation. But if you buy this baby retail price, I think it's like 62 bucks, which is a lot for 30 servings at 21 grams, but it's $4 or $2.46 per 25 grams of protein, which is pretty expensive, honestly, at retail. Like that's going to be more expensive than a lot of meat, right? I mean, maybe not steak, but a lot of other meats you're going to get for cheaper than that. For me, like there's some athlete programs, and I have access through athlete programs where I get a much better deal than that. You can find from ambassador programs that start at 10-15% off, and there's codes and discounts out there that are 10-15% off through their ambassadors. And then some of the like high level NBA, NFL, Olympics, Paralympic committees, you know, they give up to 50% off this product. So depending on where you're at as an athlete, maybe your university, if you're an athlete, your university has a deal with them or whatever. But if you need an all-natural product, this is a good one. What I do want to finish with, and this is, oh, and I want to know your thoughts below. If you've tried Thorne, tell me what you think about it. I'd love to see that. And I also want to say, and this is, probably should have said this in the first video, but I do work for a supplement company. I like to think of myself as being pretty unbiased. I love the company I work for, but because part of my job is formulation and flavoring, so I want to try a bunch of other products. But I also think that a lot of people don't stick with one company. I mean, maybe you do, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I mean, I hope people stick with our company called Black Label Supplements. But I also understand that people are trying a bunch of different products. My boss doesn't know I'm doing this, so hopefully he doesn't get super mad, because I think this could also help us as a company, because I wanted to share, we do have an athlete program. So if you're an athlete looking for like really good discounts on high quality products and supplements, go check it out. It's blacklabelsupplements.com. There's a tab for athletes. You can fill out the application, and we offer most of our athletes, and it doesn't matter social following or anything, but most of you guys will qualify for 40% off our products. And we're in the process. We have one product that's Informed Sport Certified, so it's another certification process. We're in the process of getting everything NSF Sport Certified, including our proteins and everything like that. So I'm really, really excited about that. By the time you see this video, it's possible they'll already be done. If not, because I formulate them, I work with manufacturers and the raw ingredient suppliers. I trust our products, and you know, I'm not asking you to trust them, but I'm just saying I do, and I've been drug tested by USADA a ton while on our products at Black Label, and so I think they're safe because I do a lot of that behind the scenes stuff. So if you're interested, want to grab 40% off, and if you're an athlete with a lot of influence, well, we could hook you up with some free stuff if possible. So even if you don't, I made this program for everybody. We made this program for everybody, and I can share another video about the whole backstory on this. If you like this video, it's different from my training videos and the Paralympic specific stuff, but I want to sprinkle these in pretty often, actually. I think they're going to be good. And it's one thing as a Paralympian, and part of my training process I'm going through is taking supplements. And I thought, hey, why not share the thoughts that I have, and also on the other side, tell people about the athlete program that I created with the help of the team and my boss, so that we can share some cool stuff with you guys too. So if you're an athlete looking for certified sport supplements, Thorne, great product. Go check out Black Label Supplements and check out the athlete application. And thanks for listening, and let me know your thoughts below.